So I know in the last video I mentioned 8th grade girls, and where that stems from is the Spanish class that I took with Profe Baroquín in the fall. We were charged with doing community service in addition to our normal Spanish classes. And the community service was my favorite part. So every Tuesday afternoon, I would go with 3 other girls and we'd work with a group of 8th graders. It started out just like a normal book club. A lot of these 8th graders, they were native speakers, but they couldn't read in Spanish, which was kind of like flip for me because when I was little, I could read and write in Spanish, but I really struggled to speak. I really struggled with that. So for me, it was like I was so prideful to like go and be like, let me teach you how to read. Like, this is where I excelled in Spanish. But I think I kind of forgot that like a big part of being a mentor, being a teacher, is connecting with people on a deeper level. So it was really a turning point when we got these books, Voces Sin Fronteras, which is a graphic novel talking about migrant stories, and it's in English and Spanish, and the migrants drew their own pictures. The girls really loved those books, and they really started to open up when we started to read them. So my colleagues and I, we ended up deciding for our final project, we wanted the girls to write their own book. So we got to the task of writing their own book. You know, a lot of the girls, they struggled to write in Spanish, but they really tried, and we'd sit there, we'd write with them, they tell us their stories. There were a lot about the St. Adalbert's volleyball game, which one girl dreamed they won, and then the real story of how they tragically lost. So it was so fun to see them write these stories and see them reflected back. You know, I remember one girl confiding in me being like, my parents really don't speak English. I'm so excited for my parents to be able to read this. And just the girls being so excited because the books made them published authors because, you know, Claire, along with Profe, they got these books bound with their like drawings in it and everything. We had an introduction by us. The book is in Notre Dame and Holy Cross. Each girl got their own book. We got our own books. And it was so interesting to see how this mirror, you know, as Rudenson Bishop said, this mirror really got to go up to these girls and they got to look into themselves deeper. But I also think as an assistant author, it allowed me to like look into myself deeper and really, you know, examine like, what does this mean to me and how am I uplifting voices too? It was such a unique project. I really hope you all get a chance to read it someday, and it was just a moment I will never forget.